Hello, my peoples, and welcome to today's episode where we will be making a list of the top 10 top 10s. I have no clue how this is gonna work, but sometimes you just gotta gamble, and this Arabic fella, whose words I can't read because I don't speak Arabic, we're just gonna say that says Hakuna Matata, that's his name. He suggested this one, so we're gonna do it for him. Here we go, the top 10 top 10s are... I have no clue what's gonna happen here. Number 1, the first time I ever saw her, she was standing in the middle of a crowd at an art gallery opening, and my eyes just happened to be looking right down her dress. Oh no, that was so wholesome until the end. I didn't know that's where that was going. It wasn't until after that night that I realized how stunningly beautiful she really is. Don't try to make it wholesome now, dude. You already said what you said. That was funny though, I like that. She's got this long blonde hair, big blue eyes with thick lashes, and a smile so dazzling it makes you want to melt into a puddle on the floor. Now he's trying to be wholesome, but he already admitted it's like one of those compliment sandwiches. You say something like, oh, the first time I saw you with my eyes, and then you're like, by the way, I looked up your dress, and then it's like, and she's so beautiful, I want to just melt into a puddle. And it ended with, and then those legs are killer. Number 2, this one time when we were all hanging out together, I had gone downstairs for some water and came back up again. Is that one of your top 10s? Is that what's happening? When I walked past her room, she was lying naked on her bed watching TV. I don't like where this is going. Her breasts look like they belong to Okay, Westbot's gonna have to definitely bleep that part out. You can read it if you want to. You can just pause and read, but I don't think I should say that because that's a good way to get demonetized. And it's just wrong. It's just feckin' wrong. And then, oh no. I might have to bleep this too because it just starts with they're perky little. They're perky little things about as high off the ground as your average soda can, but still look pretty damn good. Even better than mine. Wow, this is getting bad really fast. I didn't even do anything to make this one bad. I just said the top 10 top 10s are, and this is what the AI decided to talk about. Number 3, we went to see Ghostbusters last year and somehow ended up sitting next to each other during intermissions. What? There's an intermission in Ghostbusters? That movie sucked, but what made me sit beside her instead of going over to talk to somebody else? Well, if I'm being honest here, it was because of her boobs. Why? These are things that you're allowed to think to yourself if that's how you feel, but you should probably not admit to anyone. Like, what if I was telling my friend, like, yo, I'm interested in this girl, she seems pretty cool. He's like, oh yeah, what's cool about her? I'm like, well, her tits, obviously. Like, no, you can't say that. He says they don't sag or anything, which is nice in parentheses, but they jiggle around whenever she moves. No! Please, skip to number 4. No, it didn't. Just thinking about them. Alright, well, that's another part where we're gonna have to get bleeped out at the very end of that sentence because of the thing it said that I'm not gonna read, but you can read it nonetheless. You can read that. Thanks for bleeping it out, Westbot. Thanks for keeping us monetized there. Jeez, man. Alright, NovelAI. This is nonetheless. NovelAI is making a very entertaining list here. It may not be things I can read out loud, but by God, it's funny. Number 4, another summer day, another trip to the beach. Let me guess. You could see her boobs in her bikini and you were excited about it. Is that what this is? You know how people always say that girls have such great bodies under their clothes? Yeah, well, not only do these chicks have amazing tits underneath their shirts, but also fantastic asses too. Yep, okay. NovelAI is literally just degrading women right now. That's like, oh, well, I guess it's not really degrading, it's just over-sexualizing them. Yeah, that's what it's doing. Sometimes it feels like I've seen every single ass in the entire world, but hers is definitely among the best. Not quite as perfect as Lauren Bacoli's though, which is saying something. I am going to probably regret this, but who is Lauren Bacoli? Lauren Bacoli. Let's see. The show's Bacall. It's Lauren Bacall. It's not the same person. This is the only person who came up for Lauren Bacoli. I guess she's an actress from 1924 to 2014. I just read that as 1924. I'm an idiot. That says 1942. I don't think she's the same person though, so there's no telling if her ass is nice or not. But Lauren Bacoli's is, which is saying something apparently. I don't know what it's saying. It's up to you to decide, I guess.
I think we need a mini break time. So Ryan looked up Lauren Bacall, and what came up was Lauren Bacall, because Ryan doesn't know how to use this button. But that's okay, because Lauren Bacall is relevant to figuring out who Lauren Bacall is. So Lauren Bacall was an actress during the golden age of Hollywood who was known for her smooth, sultry voice.
You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
Let's take a quick detour into some tech talk. The way NovelAI works is it's been given various sources to learn from, books and such, all of which was provided by the creators, as well as the fans. When the AI is writing different genres, it will take from sources from that genre. For example, if it's writing horror, it might take from Edgar Allan Poe, or if it's writing sci-fi, it might take from Isaac Asimov. Now, it's difficult to tell sometimes if a certain work has been included or not, but sometimes the AI will say something that's only in one specific piece of writing. Lauren Bacall is one example of this, and only appears in the book Out of Position by Kyle Gold. This book is the first in a series of 6 gay furry erotica novels, and some of the characters use a Lauren Bacall voice, like Lauren Bacall, mixed with the word collie, a breed of dog. This voice typically precedes graphic sex. Back to the video.
Number 5. My friend Scott took his girlfriend to see Star Wars Episode 1, and afterward he asked us both to come along. So we did. Don't want to know where this one's going, but we're going there, so get ready. But before the film started, I noticed 2 seats open between myself and Kimmy. Is Kimmy the girl that we've been talking about this whole time, or what? As soon as the lights went out, she turned to face me and I leaned forward so our shoulders touched. Then she whispered in my ear, "Do you think Leia would let Luke Oh no. Well, yeah, probably up to the point where they realized they were related, yeah. Maybe even after that, I don't know. Maybe they're from Alabama. I can make that joke because I'm from Alabama, feck you. What could I do but whisper back, "No way"? I'm surprised that was your answer considering the many horrifying things you've said so far. A few seconds later, the screen lit up again and we sat back down without exchanging any words. Still, it felt like an electric shock ran through me from head to toe. Why? What a great bonding moment. Like, what if that was what he had to say one day? It's like, you had me ever since you asked me that incest question in Star Wars. Oh yeah, and then Kimmy gave me a sweet kiss on the cheek while everybody watched the movie. How wholesome. Number 6, it was the first week of school after Christmas vacation. There was a party at one of the frat houses and I didn't even get invited. Same. Relatable. Nobody invited me to parties, but it's probably because I didn't drink. I mean, you shouldn't have to drink to fit in with people. Like, if you have to drink to fit in with people, are they really your friends? That's the question. The answer is no. Don't change yourself to be friends with other people. You do you, kids. There's a quick life lesson in the middle of this horrifying story. Anyways, back to the incest and stuff. No one wanted to hang out with a loser like me anyway, so I decided to go home early instead. Why is this in your top 10 top 10s? This is terrible. This is sad. On the bus ride there, I passed a girl named Jennifer who was wearing this tight black sweater with no bra underneath. Oh, this is why. Basically, I take it as like this is this guy's top 10 moments in life, and all of them involved boobs. This dude just like really likes boobs. I think maybe 1 or 2 of them haven't involved boobs so far. It's kind of depressing. She was staring straight ahead with her mouth shut tight. It's probably a good thing. She probably shouldn't mess with you because you're kind of creepy. Maybe that's why he didn't get invited to the frat party, because he talks about boobs all the time. He goes to the frat party, he's like, "Hey dude, how about those boobs?" Like really loud, and everybody's like, "I don't want to associate with you. You're really, really creepy." Every once in a while, she'd glance down at herself and then quickly look away again. At herself? What? No. That's stupid. It was kind of weird, but I figured maybe she was just shy. Anyway, after I got off the bus, I kept walking toward home and this guy jumped out in front of me. Please beat his ass. Please beat his ass. Please beat his ass. He was dressed like some punk rocker, complete with leather jacket, ripped jeans, and studded belt. Beat him with the belt. Beat him with the belt. When he saw me looking at him, he said, "Hey man, what a suck." I'm leaving. When he saw me looking at him, he said, "Hey man, wanna suck my dick?" I thought about it for a second and realized that it might be fun to blow him. Wow, no, he's gonna do it. If this doesn't get demonetized, I'm just gonna be elated. So I followed him into an alleyway and then he did the thing and then he... Yep, that one's good. We're done with that one. Hopefully that's the end of it. Nope, it's not. Afterward, he told me to follow him, and then he walked off. We went to one of those abandoned buildings there where they sell drugs. Inside, there were 3 guys waiting there. Jeez, this is not going to be good for you. Why is this in your top 10 moments? They were all smoking weed, and one of them offered me some. I took one hit, and suddenly everything went dark. Okay, and that's the end. Wow. Oh, it was a terrible story. It's like, that was the day I realized I was gay.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Number 7, I was on my bike riding to work when I came across a group of kids standing outside of the school. Oh my god. They were all drunk and they looked really mean. Is he gonna get curb stomped by a group of kids? That would be fantastic. One of them had his hand up in his shirt when I rode past. I could see what looked like a long metal rod sticking out of his pants. Okay, I don't really know where this is going. I'm very concerned about this. And then suddenly one of them yelled something that even if I do read it, Westbot's gonna bleep out, so I'm just gonna not say it and you can read it yourself. It's right there for those of you who aren't following along. I stopped and looked over to see what they were talking about. NovelAI has just gone to another level on this prompt and it's very concerning to me. And that was the end of it. That was the whole no, that was the whole thing. Number 8, I'm sitting on the couch watching TV when Kimmy walks in and sits next to not this girl again. Oh god. I'm trying not to stare, but there's nothing else to look at except no! Why do I feel like my subscribers are gonna love this episode? There was nothing else to look at except her tits hanging out of her top, and they seem like they'd fit perfectly in my hands. I can feel myself doing a thing that I'm not gonna say out loud. I'm sure it shows on my face. I don't know why that in particular would show on your face. You guys are gonna have to do a lot of reading on your own. I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight that sentence so you guys can see where I was. There you go. And we're gonna move on, and hopefully that's the end of that story, but I have a feeling it's not. Oh, it was. Great. That's great. I'm glad that's the end. Number 9 is I had a friend who used to call me boy. I really hope that's the whole thing. If that's the whole thing, that'd be so funny. Aw, man. Whenever we hung out together, she always made me wear her panties. Sometimes they were silk, sometimes they were cotton, but every single time they smelled like her. It drove me crazy. No. Eventually I got tired of it and asked her why she did that. Because, she replied, I'm your girlfriend and you need to know what I smell like. That way, if I ever leave you, you'll always remember how much I love you and want to come back to me. Great. Can that be the end of that one? Number 10, I was in high school and I knew there was a party going on somewhere. So I went to the local liquor store and bought a bottle of tequila. Okay, I don't know how those things correlate unless you're gonna take it there, but okay. Then I went to a friend's house and asked him to drive me there. Oh, okay. I see where this is going. This is probably gonna have some weird twist that really is feckin' weird, but okay. As we pulled up in the front of the place, a couple of girls ran up and grabbed the car door handles. And this is where it's gonna go sideways, is it not? My buddy tried to tell them we weren't invited. What? And then the two of us stepped out and started yelling at the other people in the driveway. Okay, sure, why not? I'm just waiting for this thing to go downhill. I don't know when it's going to, but I just feel, oh, the whole thing turned into a huge fight. I saw a huge fight. I was like, oh, that's where. It's better than what it's been saying, though, at the very least. The whole thing turned into a huge fight and we ended up in the middle of it, swinging punches and kicking the crap out of each other. Then the cops showed up and arrested me for assault. Is that the end of it? Yep, that was the end of that one. It went on to 11, but we can't do 11 because it's only the top 10. I can't believe his 10th favorite memory of his life was the time he got arrested for assault at a party. Like, what? I guess it's not top 10 favorite memory, it's just the top 10 top 10s. How did all of this come from top 10 top 10s? Like, that's amazing to me. Let's see if AI Dungeon can compete with that in the slightest. I have a feeling it's not going to be able to, but hey, I might be surprised. Out of all of the prompts that we've done, like top 10 things about Star Wars George Lucas didn't want you to know, and top 10 Play-Doh flavors, how is top 10 top 10s the feckin' ones that have the most funny stuff? Or at least with NovelAI, this one could suck. Oh, this is just naming movies. The Big Lebowski, 2, Fight Club, 3, American Psycho, 4, Pulp Fiction. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more try because I feel like it can do better than that. Number 1, The Doctor. Number 2, River Song. Number 3, Jamie McCrimmon. None of these are funny. What? Number 4, Amy Pond. Number 5, Donna Noble. Number 6, Silhouette. There's a song named Silhouette that I really like. I like that. But it's not funny in the slightest, so moving on. Number 7, Mr. Smith. Number 8, Nardole. Number 9, K9 Kane. And last but not least, number 10, The Master. You awake to the doctor standing over you. And that's the end of the list. Okay, well, I gave AI Dungeon 2 chances to make a good list, but it did not. However, I think that it's okay because NovelAI's list was really good today, and I don't think it would have beaten NovelAI anyways. And NovelAI's list was really long, so I'm sure this is already going to be a pretty long episode. But I'm giving this point to NovelAI clearly, even though some of the things it said were kind of questionable. It was still entertaining, and I found myself laughing a lot of the time, even though I probably shouldn't have been. But yeah, there we go. Now the score is 5-6 with AI Dungeon up by only 1 now. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. But they can pull back ahead next episode, perhaps. Until then, I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know if you got any lists you'd like me to try out. We won't be trying them out for a long time because we've pre-recorded a lot of these list episodes. So if you've recommended a list on like 9 episodes ago and I haven't done it yet, it's because there's gonna be a lot of lists for me to do. Like I've already made a lot of lists, and there's gonna be a lot of comments, I already know. From now on, I'm probably only gonna be picking the ones I think are gonna be the best for the AIs to like actually make lists about, because I like that. Well, you know what do I fucking know, because I would have thought that this one would have sucked, but NovelAI just went to town like writing paragraphs about top 10. So I don't know, I'll figure out a way. Maybe I'll do it by most liked comments. So go through the comments. If you see a comment, a list that you'd like me to do, go ahead and give it some likes, and I'll do it that way. Other than that, I love you all. I thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.
Timmy talks about boobs too much. I don't think we should invite him to the frat party.